Pardon the loudness of the background behind me. I am on the way flying to preach up in Maryland for a couple of days, and just trying to be a good steward of my time, knowing everything that is awaiting me there and knowing all the time that I'm gonna need. I wanted to try to go ahead and record the 1 minute for you right now. Now, the passage that we have today for our Bible reading is Matthew chapter 24 through 26. Please go and look at the Devo. I promise you that there'll be something that you'll read today that you'll say, you know what, I didn't know that. Or there'll be something that one day maybe that you heard that the Spirit of God is going to take today with His Word and kind of expound it to you. And I pray penetrate your heart so you can penetrate others with the Word of God. I want to be as succinct as I can. You know, often I champion the need for these devos because we're trying to teach you how to rightly divide the Word of God so that you'll not be ashamed in telling somebody something that's not true because you made wrong application to the wrong people group at the wrong time and therefore delivered truth that was truth if it was applied there, but is heresy in the way that you're applying it, and all that could go on with that. It's just essential for us to get the most from the Word to rightly divide the Word. And that's why I want to encourage you, even in the New Testament, especially in the New Testament, spend your time as you do. Go there, onebaptist.org/devotional. Get the Devo, take in what we give you so that you can continue to learn and help other people. Now, in that compelling, it's coming to my mind so much because Matthew 24 is one of those places. That's why I've been heating up about Matthew, but Matthew 24 is one of those places where once again you can get terribly confused about and really listen, you could even stir somebody's heart about what you're saying from the passage, but miss the urgency that God can really and intends to really put out of it if we accept it rightly divided. And let me tell you the difference. See, when you read oftentimes about the second coming of Christ, if you're already saved, you're a part of the church, you make application as if it's talking about the rapture of the church. A lot of songs do that. Quite frankly, just a lot of people are wrong about that in their teaching and their preaching, and so you don't question that, and you wind up doing that yourself. Matthew 24 is one of those passages that is not talking about the rapture of the church. Matthew 24 is talking about the second coming of Jesus Christ to this earth. It is way cool that Jesus is sitting right at the very place that one day when He comes back, His feet is going to stand. His disciples ask Him in verse 3, and I'll quote it. They ask Him, "And what shall be the sign of Thy coming and of the end of the world?" Not the sign of the rapture for the church, but the sign of Thy coming and the end of the world. Well, as we look and we see this about His coming and about the end of the world, He makes mention about wars and rumors of wars and kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, famines and pestilences that are so frequent in the land. He makes mention of false prophets that are deceiving. He makes mention of love that is waxing cold. Listen, all those things we see going on in this day to an extreme, do we not? And yet I say again, He's talking about the second coming. Listen to me, church. Right now, the next thing on the God's calendar is the trumpet, so the church can get called out. After we're called out, the tribulation is going to be on this earth, a time that no one wants to be left behind. Never been a time like it before, never been a time like it going to come again, says Jesus. That the end of those 7 years is when He is coming back, and His second coming and those signs is that which He is talking about. So if we are still seeing in this day that which is going to happen, in fact, if we're seeing to the max in this day that which is going to happen 7 years or so after we are raptured out, then how close are we to the sound of the trumpet and Him come getting us? And how short of a time do you have to tell the gospel to everybody that you know so they'll go with us?